Hey guys, welcome back to Mindmeld Tech. Today we're going to be talking about, picking computer parts, and I just want to share some of the process that I go through when I'm picking computer parts. Because sometimes it can be confusing, and sometimes you got to make a choice, and how do you sort that out? And that's kind of what I'm going to go over, because I don't think you have to be a genius to pick computer parts, and I want to show people just kind of how easy it is, to get a side-by-side and just to get some basic breakdowns for what you're looking for as a shopper. At least when you're starting to choose between a couple different things, and hopefully have show you a couple tools that I use website-wise, so that you can you just get a feel for it. So you make a list and make this is what I need, or you can order it online and be like, this is what I got, and then be able to, go out and, get these parts with confidence. So let's go ahead. We're going to get ready to dive into that. First, I just want to remind you, check out a link down below. I have a merch store now. I'm going to be adding some more products later on, in the next couple weeks. So check it out, help support the channel, and let's get into it. So these websites that we're going to talk about, there's nothing really secret or mystical about them. They've been around for a while, and we're gonna some of you are gonna be like, oh yeah, I've used that. Oh, I've heard of that. The first one we're gonna get into is gonna be this one here, PC Part Picker. So there's some things that are really cool about this website if you're looking to do your own build, and what we're gonna talk about that is they have several areas here. They have system builder, build guides, completed builds. You can buy a completed computer. Let's click on a build guide here. So one of the things that's cool about this website is if you just want to get a big box of parts and not have to think about it and have everything that you need in there, you can click on one of these. It's got a flat price. You can buy it, and they'll ship it to your house. So like I said, there's a whole bunch of different variants here, and you can let's just click on one, take a look here. Let's look at this one. Oh, yes, they got some nice budget ones here. Let's look at this AMD gaming build. So at the top here, it's going to show you all the different stuff that you're going to get in it. I'll give you a link, if you wanted to share that with a friend or whatever. Like, yeah, check out what I got. But you can come down here. It'll talk about your CPU, your motherboard, your memory, your storage. It gives you a nice little thing there, and then it has, all these options. It'll tell you where you can buy from. You can click on right here. We can buy it from Best Buy here, buy it from there, or you can just buy it all from Amazon. So, you can click on that, and then so if you click here, it goes boom, and it'll show you. Okay, all these are available on Amazon, and these ones are not. So you'd have to buy them from these retailers like Best Buy, B&H, But right there, boom, you can click it all, do your thing, buy it up. That's pretty cut and dry. That's if you don't want to pick out your parts yourself. You can go in there and just pick out the build, and you can also interchange these parts. So let's say you don't want this motherboard. You can click here on motherboard, and you can actually go and select another motherboard. What it'll do is up here you can see there's 3,348 compatible products. That's the other thing about PC Part Picker is it's going to show you what's compatible with what you're buying. And that's something if you're unsure about what sockets go with what processors, and this is a huge help to somebody in that respect. So anyway, so that's the build guide. So we'll click up here on System Builder. So you're going to come here, you're going to have all these options, and you can just kind of go down and click on what you want. So let's say, you want a CPU, and you click on this, and it'll list all kinds. So we can let's go with a Ryzen. We'll add that. Let's not do a Ryzen. Let's do an Intel. We'll click on this one, and it'll say here, this is where you can buy, this is the price. Okay, cool. So you want to choose a motherboard. So there's 301 compatible motherboards. What's nice about this is it's going to bring up the motherboards that are compatible with that socket. You can see this first column here is CPU socket. That's the same socket for the last CPU we just picked. So it's kind of wicked. There's no thought. You just like, okay, so what I want, okay, now you can look at, do you want ATX, micro ATX, mini ATX, all that crap. And you can sort by price. You can look at colors, whatever you want there. They got the Asus stuff. So you can, click add, you add it, okay, boom, now you got a motherboard. Now you can do your memory. What do you want here? You know what? Yeah, I'll put the RBG in there. RGB, sorry. Wow, I always do that. You can add a cooler. What kind of cooler you want? Oh, look at that. So it'll have a whole list of coolers you could do. You could probably we could do an AIO here. Bam. And it just goes on and on, same thing. You can choose a video card. Once you start to get into this, it's not so much about compatibility, but like I said, sometimes, you want to look at a specific, you might need a specific RAM. Some RAM doesn't work as well as others, things like that. But, you definitely want to make sure you have the sockets paired up correctly. This helps take a lot of that guesswork out for you. So, so let's say you're getting to the point of video cards. And you're like, oh, there's all these options. All the cards work. Which one do I buy? You maybe start to narrow it down to a couple cards. How do you choose? Well, I'm going to show you. One of the things that I do as far as when I go to choose cards is there's a website I like to use, called CPU User Benchmark. We'll go for this right here. Or it's User Benchmark, sorry. But anyways, and this to me is a great tool, because sometimes I'm not sure, what I'm going to get performance-wise out of a card. How's it going to compare to this other card? And that's where this site is great. So if you look up at the top here, you got CPU, GPU, SSD, hard drives, RAM. All the stuff that they bench test so you can compare it. So let's go with GPU. We'll click on that. And let's say we want to know between we'll do a comparison. We got a 3660 Ti, and let's say we want to compare it to, let's compare it to a Super here, 1650 Super. So what you're going to see is that this website is going to have, prices here. It's going to have a score. Then when you start to scroll down, it's going to show you some different information. And what I like about this information is it kind of says, hey, when we played this is what we got. When we played this other one, this is what we got. It'll show you some benchmarks. It'll show you some, some stuff that, I'm going to say you may not, it's going to make it kind of simple. Because it's gonna break down the card performance and things that everybody can understand, which is a lot of times frame rate. It's going to tell you're going to get better effects, like here when you go to average score for lighting, 182 FPS for the one card, 77 on the other. Which one do you want to buy? But you can scroll all the way down the list, and it'll just give you just bits and tidbits. Nice to haves. So then it'll come down here. There'll be a little bit of a, editorial type of thing. Conclusion. It'll tell you, some different things about the cards. So that's kind of cool. So let's try a different card to compare this 3060 to. Let's go with boom, boom, boom. Let's try this one. Let's just find something. What's the price on that? $400. Let's try this. This one's also a $400 card. So you got $400. You're going head to head. Okay, so the first you're going to see is a definite score difference. This one, obviously, they're going to both perform a little better. You can scroll down, but this is basically one of the tools that I use. And like I said, I enjoy it. I like it. I think it's, it helps me a lot when I'm going to make some decisions. Let's try this one. Ooh, but there you go. So here's one. I'll give you some tidbits here, like with this one. It says much faster multi-rendering. That if you need that for some reason, that's in there. But it'll, like I said, check it out, play with it, and kind of enjoy it. So you can. But anyways, so there it is. Play with it, enjoy it. Just have fun with it. Explore some things, do some comparisons. I mean, you can do CPU comparisons also. Like this one here. Let's compare it to one of these. What do you want to do? But like I said, it'll break it all down for you. And that could help. Especially if you're trying to choose between some things. Maybe some of this stuff on here you may not understand, but other parts of it, you will. It's what it's going to come down to is this going to do everything you need? And especially when you're trying to get the last little bit of your cash, the best value for it. That's one of the things I love this tool for. Because maybe there's something I've eyeballed that I wanted that's $500, and there's something for $350 or $400 that people said, oh, this is pretty good. Maybe it's a video card, and I can compare the two, and maybe it is. Maybe the difference is negligible. Maybe it's 10, 15 frames. To save $150, I could live with 10 or 15 or 20 frames less, because I can put that money somewhere else. I can put that into better processor, or more RAM, or just whatever. So like I said, check it out, have fun with it, enjoy, have fun spending your holiday money and all that, and just do it with more confidence. Thanks for watching Mindmeld Tech, and I will be talking to you guys again soon. Later.